You know that deep restlessness you feel sometimes. A constant pull, a feeling that something is missing. You might chase after a drink, or a person, or just something else to do, anything to quiet it down. But think about it this way, that feeling isn't a flaw. It's like a deep, underground river inside of you. It's always flowing, always moving towards something vast. Ancient wisdom doesn't call this weakness. It's a powerful longing that has simply lost its direction. It's a river searching for the great ocean, but it keeps getting trapped in small, muddy pools along the path. If this is starting to make sense, you're not walking this path by yourself. You can join our community as we explore this together. Subscribe, and let's walk this path of understanding side by side. You see, we all carry this sense of an empty space inside, and our first impulse, we try to fill it. We pour in relationships, work, excitement, anything we can find. We think if we can just find the right thing to put in there, we'll finally feel complete. We grab on so tight, but what happens when you do that? It's like trying to hold a handful of water. The tighter you squeeze, the more it slips through your fingers. Sure, for a moment you might feel full. You feel a temporary warmth. But then the moment passes, and the emptiness comes back. Often, it feels even bigger than before. Here's the thing. That emptiness was never meant to be filled from the outside. That restless river wasn't looking for a substitute. It was looking for its way back to the ocean. You mistake the water in the bottle for the ocean itself. And you keep trying to drink the reflection, wondering why you're still so thirsty. So often, this path is misunderstood. This deep pull, this restlessness, it can actually be a sign of great sensitivity. You feel the pull so strongly because a part of you remembers a deep stillness, a connection to everything. The pain you feel is just the echo of that lost connection. And look, sometimes the most important lessons don't come to us when we're comfortable. They show up in the places where we feel broken. A difficult experience isn't a punishment. It's often just life tapping you on the shoulder, trying to get your attention. It's saying, look here. The answer isn't out there. That restlessness is a message, a kind of compass pointing you back toward yourself. But the problem is, we don't listen to the message. We get caught up in the experience itself. We chase that brief moment of relief again and again, hoping this time it will last. But the relief was never the point. The point was in the silence that came after. That quiet space that tells you, this isn't the real thing, but you are getting closer. So instead of seeing this struggle as a failure, you can see it as a clue. A guided post leading you back to the source. The real hunger is not for pleasure, not for escape. It's for that deep connection you've forgotten you already have. To understand this, we need to look at desire itself. A desire, in its essence, is not wrong. It's simply the motion of life. Think about a seed. It has a powerful urge to grow toward the light. A stream wants to flow to the sea. This movement is natural. It's beautiful. But when that desire forgets where it's flowing to, it becomes a desperate hunger. It becomes an ache that can't be satisfied. We get confused. We think we want the drink, when what we really want is the temporary peace it seems to offer. We think we need a person, when what we really need is to feel connected to life itself. This isn't a mistake in what you love. It's just love that's been pointed in the wrong direction. A powerful, honest yearning that's focused on a shadow instead of the light that casts it. The meaning isn't somewhere out there to achieve. Simply being here, now, is the point. But we live in a panic, don't we? A great rush, believing that our sense of wholeness is just over the next hill. One more accomplishment, one more experience, then I'll be okay. But you get there, and the emptiness is still waiting for you. And so the cycle continues. We walk in circles, mistaking the shadow on the ground for the tree itself. We call it a personal failure. We judge ourselves for it. But all it really is forgetfulness. We've just forgotten what we were truly looking for. We seek that feeling of wholeness a fleeting moment once gave us. But we forget it came from inside us, not from the thing we were chasing. And you know what's interesting? the person in deep meditation on a mountain, and the person caught in a compulsive habit. They're often searching for the very same thing, a moment of release, an escape from the tight, anxious feeling of being me, the wish to dissolve into something bigger. The impulse is honest. It's the direction that gets confused. One learns to find that vastness by letting go, by becoming still. The other tries to force it, to consume it, believing it can be found in a bottle or an experience. They're reaching for the entire ocean, but trying to find it in a single drop of water. Can we really blame ourselves? We all do this. We chase things, we chase control, and we call it security. But true peace is never found in control. It's found in the quiet surrender that needs no control at all. When you lose yourself in a habit, what you're really saying is, I can't stand being trapped in here. But instead of finding a way out of the cage, you just build a smaller, more comfortable one inside it. And for a moment, you call that comfort freedom. The pull isn't the problem. It's the constant searching for a final answer that keeps you stuck. Life isn't supposed to be fixed and held still. It flows. It's a dance. And the second you try to freeze the dance to hold on to it, the life goes out of it. An addiction is just an attempt to bottle something that can't be bottled. The quiet, empty feeling you might be running from, that's not a punishment. That's life saying, stop. This way is not working, but you are so close to the real path. That stillness feels frightening. It feels like an end. But it isn't. It's the end of the illusion. It's the quiet space where the real beginning can happen. Think about this for a moment. After a big storm passes, there's a kind of quiet that settles over everything. A stillness. It's in that kind of quiet that real understanding often arrives. We expect truth to come with bright lights and loud voices. But maybe it comes in the quiet ache after we've completely worn ourselves out. That's how this deep wisdom works sometimes. Not by making you comfortable, but by gently breaking open the hard shell you've built around yourself. There's a point where the thing you were chasing stops working. It becomes a mirror. And for the first time, you just see yourself, staring at the emptiness. You might call it hitting rock bottom, but you can also see it as a turning point. Life has brought you here to show you something. It's saying, all right, you've chased shadows for long enough. Are you ready to see what is real? That can feel scary, of course, because it leaves you with nothing to hide behind. But it's also where the truth is. The moment you realize, I wasn't seeking the substance, I was seeking myself. Every time we feel like we are falling, there's an opportunity to land somewhere new. You had to feel completely lost to prove to yourself that your true self can ever be lost. The stories, the habits, the labels, they're like clothes you wear for a while. When they fall away, what's left is what was always there. Your pain, your struggles, they weren't random. They were life's strange way of trying to get you to listen. When we are happy and busy, we forget to look within. So life in its quiet way shakes us, not to break us, but to wake us. Like a seed you have to crack open before you can grow. Your longing for wholeness is what guides you to what's real. That emptiness you felt makes room for what is true to finally enter. Let's try a different perspective. If you're tired, if you feel lost, if you're hurting, just for a moment, don't try to fix it or escape it. Sit with it. Listen quietly. Beneath the noise of the pain, there's a whisper. It doesn't judge you. It simply says, I am still here. That is the quiet voice of your own true nature. It was never gone. You were just being called to remember who you truly are. So let's declare this together. A simple but powerful intention. Type it in the comments below so we can make this shift together. I find peace by looking inward. There comes a point on this journey when you just stop running. Not because you found some magic answer, but because you realized the entire road was just leading you back to the place you started, inside yourself. And when you see that, something changes. You look at the very habit that felt like a prison, and you see it differently. You see it was a stern but necessary teacher. You don't heal by fighting with the darkness. You heal by gently turning toward the light it was showing you. The moment you understand the message that was hidden inside your restlessness, the habit loses its grip. Because it's fueled by a misunderstanding. It's fueled by the belief that you are broken. But you were never broken. The moment you see that, the entire struggle starts to dissolve. It's like waking up from a long, intense dream. You spent years fighting monsters. Then your eyes open, and you see they were just shadows on the wall, cast by your own inner light. When you see that even your struggles had a purpose, you stop fighting against the flow of your life. You begin to move with it. And that flow is real freedom. Freedom isn't about avoiding things. It's about realizing that nothing outside of you can ever truly complete you. The joy was never in the substance or the experience. It was in the moments of awareness, the moments you were truly present. What once trapped you can become your greatest guide. That deep pull, that restlessness, once understood, slowly transforms into simple devotion. Devotion to what's true. Devotion to paying attention. It's not about becoming some perfect person. It's just about remembering. Remembering you were never separate from the peace you were looking for. The journey was just a way to wear down everything that you are not, so that what you truly are could be seen. Imagine stepping outside after a long, dark storm. The sun finally comes out and you feel its warmth on your face. You realize the light was there the whole time. You just had your eyes closed. That's what this feels like. It's not about adding something new. It's the gentle discovery of what was already there. When you remember this, the desperate search becomes unnecessary. How can you be thirsty when you realize you are the ocean? In that understanding, a quiet peace can arise. The struggle was just a part of the journey. Life was never a problem to solve. It was an experience to be lived. And even the difficult parts were part of its deeper harmony. Awakening isn't escaping the world. It's just seeing it clearly for the first time. After all the struggle, after all the noise, everything gets very quiet. The desperate searching finally softens. The questions fade. And in that stillness, you can feel something bigger than yourself quietly breathing. Perhaps this simple, quiet moment is what you were looking for all along. That deep pull in your heart. That wasn't a problem. It was a call. Every mistake, every moment of craving was just wisdom trying to get your attention in a different way. We look for a big sign from the universe, a flash of lightning, but all along, wisdom was whispering in our most simple human moments. In the unsteady hand, in the quiet moments of regret, in the sudden feeling of peace that comes from nowhere. Life doesn't draw a line between what is worthy and unworthy. Your struggles were never a detour from the path. They were the path. You see, the deeper intelligence of life isn't interested in you being perfect. It's interested in you being present, in your willingness to feel, to stumble, to learn, and to return. To awaken you, it doesn't always send you comfort. Sometimes it sends you challenges. It takes away your easy answers, not as a punishment, but as an invitation. It shakes the ground a little, so you remember to look up. It lets your old solutions feel empty, so you start to listen for something real. And when you do finally listen, you realize that peace was never far away. It was the silence watching the whole struggle. It was there when you started the search. It was there when you felt completely lost. And it is here now, breathing through you, looking through your eyes. The journey was never about escaping who you are. It was about remembering that even in your most lost moments, something whole and unbroken was still there. Every craving was an echo of a deeper longing, the longing to come home to yourself. So the habit, when seen with clear eyes, isn't a fall. It's just the long road home. So if you've heard something here, not just with your ears, but with your whole being, then the purpose of your journey has already been revealed. You see it now. And this path forward is not one of fighting, but of quiet returning. It's a lifelong practice, a gentle return to yourself. If you're committed to walking this path with patience, subscribe. Our journey is just beginning. Now, just rest. Not as someone who has run from the storm, but as one who has arrived home. The wisdom you were seeking was speaking to you all along, and now, in the silence, you're finally quiet enough to hear. You were always its voice, just calling yourself home.